today's video, TPT store reviews. We've got 3 or 4 of them. One I'm still waiting to hear back from. But we got some TPT store reviews for you and also a little TPT update. Stay tuned. Hey everyone, my name is Lorianne, and if you are new or returning, welcome here at It's All Primary. We talk teacher side. My chair is like slowly rotating back and forth. Here at It's All Primary, we talk teacher side hustles. And just to give you a quick TPT update before we get into the store reviews, they are being fairly good with communicating what is happening, especially with this acquisition of IXL with TPT. Paul, I can't remember his last name, has attended some seller board advisory meetings. He has attended some other meetings, so he's showing interest in the business. They have had some reorganizing, which means there have been a few layoffs. I'm not sure what departments those are in, and this is where I'm getting my information is straight from Amy on the TPT seller forum. If you are looking for information, that's where you go. They do send some of this out on email, but I do find there's information that is shared in the seller forum that is not necessarily shared in email. The people that I tend to read the most from are Amy, Karen, and Rachel. There are a couple others on there, but those are the ones I kind of watch for who's talking. There's someone else I can't think of their name. But anyways, my suggestion to you, if you are brand new, just keep your head down and just make your products, get them uploaded. There has been a new case study from Promoted AI, who is the company that is helping TPT with their personalized search engine. So, but I watched it. It's a minute and a half, and it doesn't say a whole lot. And the video is for Promoted AI, not TPT. So there's not much they're going to say. They can't say too much about the business. Sorry, I got a cat balancing on something. I'm just like, what are you doing? Anyways, let's move on. So we have 3 or 4 stores that I'm going to share with you. They're actually a mix. They're a good mix of stores. So I'm going to turn the camera around in just a moment, and we are going to look at their stores. With every store, I always kind of get different questions. So you're not going to see me do the exact same things with each store. There's one store that only has 5 products, but their products are very unique. So we're going to talk about that. There's another one that has a couple hundred. There's one at 50, something like that. So these stores are not the same, and their niches are not the same. So I think this will be a very good mix, and hopefully will give you ideas for your store, because one of the things, as you are getting more and more familiar with using TPT as a marketplace, you should be able to get to the point where you can look at your own store objectively and say, okay, I need to work on my covers. I need to work on my titles, right? Things like this. If you are looking for free ways of getting a TPT audit and you haven't had one from me yet, you can email me, and it's allprimary@gmail.com. And I do audits every other month, something like that. So the next one would probably be in June. Depending on my end of year stuff, I may or may not do it in June. I might bump it to July, though July gets busy with the TPT conference, and there's another big teacher seller conference put on by the rebranded teacher, who's right here on YouTube. But July can be busy. For some of us, we go on holidays. Some of us, we hunker down and do our work. There's a few things happening. Some sellers have stepped up and have decided to do their own conferences this summer. This should be interesting. I might attend them. Depends, right? There's one I might do. I haven't decided yet. But if you want someone to look at your store and you don't have the money, don't worry about that. Like I said, I'm happy to do one. Like I said, if you're willing to have it aired. If you don't want it aired, if you belong to any Facebook groups, just ask. Just ask. There's usually somebody who's willing to take a look at your store for free and give you some very good constructive advice. The TPT seller forum, you can also say, can someone look at my store? And you'll get loads of people commenting if you time it right. If your timing is right, they'll do that as well. Okay, so you'll have that. If you want a really thorough one, a paid one, since I'm no longer doing them, if you still see my message saying I'll do a free audit, sorry, I won't do one. I haven't taken it off every single video. But if you would like to get a paid one, I would recommend going over to Misty Miller's Facebook TPT seller tips, I think she calls it. She will do one for, I think it's I don't even know what it is now. I'm going to say $70 US. She's very thorough. I've had one done by her, and it was excellent. Pages, and then and then she will have a Zoom meet call with you for like half an hour or 15 minutes. I can't even remember what it is. Okay, so let me turn the camera around and let's get at these reviews. We are at Walter Teaches Kids, another BC TPT seller. And this one's quite unique. There are currently 3 products. One is the freebie, and then we have a storyboard and an animated trivia show. I'm not sure whether Walter is the creator of this water cycle. There is a website attached to it which has just a little bit of information on it. But looking at this, it's very unique. And this is something, ideally, you would like to have something of uniqueness in your store. And I think he has found something. Now, where the issue is when something is too unique, it doesn't always appear in the search. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to type the water cycle. That should show up several, I don't know, it'll show up a few thousand searches, search results, I think. But let's just type the water cycle, and you can see it automatically pops up. So that means other people are searching for it. And we're looking for one of his products. So I'm going to look at the first 5 pages just to see if he shows up. And I don't see it. Now, there are 7,474 results. I did not put a grade in. I just put in the water cycle. But as you can see, the first 5, let me just try one more page here. Nothing is showing up, and that is an issue right there. If you are going to focus on one particular thing, then you've got to get your products on the first couple pages. One of the things that you could be doing, let me just back up to your store again. He's got the water cycle and animated trivia show. Let me just open this one up for a minute. One of the things I would remove, by the way, is the parenthesis. They don't like too many symbols added into the title. Also in your description, and this is what might be hurting your reason why you're not getting on. If it's based on the pre-personalized search, they will look at your title. They will look at how your thumbnails are named, right? So they should support the water cycle, not something else. And then they're looking to see what you're saying in the first 3 sentences. You are already advertising going to YouTube. Keep this, but move it down. What you need to do right here in the very first paragraph is to talk about the water cycle and how this product is going to benefit teachers, save them time. Okay, so all these things here you've got are great, but you need to be talking about the water cycle, your title, and your keywords right here. You're highlighting water precipitous, and honestly, people may not be looking for this because they may never have heard of it. So you don't want to use what is called prime real estate when people aren't aware of that wording. So just use it, but move it down. And you've got, this product, da 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 da. You find your keywords, like this one right here has got more keywords in it. You might want to bump this one up and then this one down. GPT doesn't like it when you are sending links off-site. So I definitely wouldn't be putting this in what's called the snippet area. The snippet area is this area right here. I just move it down. You've got an awful lot of wording too, so I would probably do more short form. Some teachers won't look at it. You've got great ratings. I was looking at one of your other products. I don't know whether animated trivia show is something people are looking for. So again, this is your real estate right here. So I would be careful with what you were using right here, because right now you're trying to get your product onto those first couple pages. And I think you can, given that it's 2 videos and some worksheets. $8 based on your reviews sounds like it's probably fine. But one of the things you might also want to be looking at is how many views have you gotten on this product. And if you have not gotten, I would say, depending on how long it's been online here, if it's been online for a year, if you don't have a couple hundred views, we got to find a way to get more views on this product. Given that the water cycle is, when I searched that, it was just under 8,000, right? Let me just look at this other one. So this one's how to storyboard. Okay, so let me type how to storyboard. So if you look at how to storyboard, it does show up, but with 580. So when you are dealing with 580 search results, you really should try and be on the first or second page. And there you are, you're right on the first page. So that's good. Ideally, if you can get the other one on here, that would be great. Sorry, every time I click on your stuff, it counts as a view. But again, I would remove this and bring it down. Put this, which looks like the exact same. Try not to make your product descriptions exactly the same, especially the opening, your snippet, right? Get that up there and change the wording a little bit. Use your storyboard or a word like storyboard. Low prep if it's low prep. Okay. If you've got reviews that you can highlight, I would add the review right up at the top, because you can do that now. And it looks like that one is big enough that you can add it. So I would add the review. People like to see reviews. I noticed that you were also on Pinterest, and you've got a lot on there. So it looks like you're trying to get some good marketing happening. In your profile, where did I see it? Just a second here. You might want to clean these up. All you have to do is go into edit and hit the space bar, and these will be deleted. I think people want to know if you are a teacher. Who are you? Right? Put something in there. If you are on Pinterest, put a link to Pinterest. If you are on Instagram, give and put your under information, put your website. And I think you've got it right up here. People may not see that because if I click here, it takes you to YouTube, which is interesting. This video has been removed. Okay, I don't know what the reason of that is. Check the link on here, please. If people click on there and it goes nowhere, they're just going to go look for something else. Okay, so Walter Teaches Kids, you've got some great things happening. We just need to tweak some things and again, find ways to get more visibility on your product. I love the name of this store, Kiwious, about vocab. However, I think there's some things you can definitely work on to get more views to your store. Your logo is quite cute, but it's taking up too much space in a lot of your covers. Like all I see is kiwis. I would actually put an image. There has to be something that will make people click when they are looking for something. Many people are scrolling on their phone, and if this is what you give them, if I was a buyer, I would keep going. I'm needing an image of some sort to stop me from scrolling. And to have the exact same, and there's no example of your product, there's no image, it wouldn't make me stop to click on your product. Let's look at one of your products for just a second, and let's do, okay, I'm going to do this one, mother and daughter, Gary Soto. Let's just type this, and daughter. Let's see if something, see, as I'm typing, I'm waiting to see if it's going to pop up, and it's not. That means that not a lot of people are searching for it, but let me just see how many search results up here. So 790, which is nice and low. So I would suspect you could be on the first or second page. You're not the first page. You are on the second page on this product, or was it? Can't remember now. Oh, and you got this one too, mother and daughter. If I'm looking at these, I'm even looking at this page right here. I don't know whether I'd click on any of them. Well, that one, 2D, 3D shapes, seriously? Oh, because the author's name is Mother Daughter, Mother's Day, Mother and Daughter. But your cover gives me no indication of what it is other than this writing right here. Some of these I would not even click on. I'm going to go back to page 1 to see if there was something there that I would rather have looked at. This isn't bad, this image, mother and daughter. I don't know what the cover of the actual book is, so you have to be careful. So this person's doing, I don't know if that's the same. Hold on a second. Let's see what the actual cover looks like. Do you see when I clicked or typed it in and I went to images, they're a little bit cut off here because my screen is here. Let me just move this over here. These are what comes up on Google. We've got TES, we've got TPT, TES, TPT, YouTube, Prezi, and some people will look for stuff this way. I really don't know what the cover even looks like. Okay, so the picture doesn't really have, well, it's got some people on it, but I think you could go back and put something on the front to make people want to click on there. All right, let me go back to, you were on the second page. Let me click on one of these. This PowerPoint lesson, and you should have that in here in the front. You should have that on the top, PowerPoint, if this is all in PowerPoint. People should see it here, but it's probably better that you even have it up here. You only have so many characters. Again, you've got, you're giving people lots of information, and I like how it's short form. You might want to just amp this up by putting some maybe, emojis or little icons here just to have them stand out. What makes this one so special? What keywords? So you've got mother and daughter. It's a short story, okay. What skills are students going to learn by going through your PowerPoint lesson? Okay, you've got practice and assessment. Make it as a sort of, it's called, I guess it's called copyright, where you want to almost give a mini ad. One of the things I would suggest you do if you're new to selling on TPT and you're really not sure what you should be saying here is I would honestly play a little bit with one of the AIs. Don't copy it word for word. Okay, first of all, it often has errors, but read through it and make it sound like you. But I'm going to open up an AI and I'm going to put in your title. Okay, so let me just highlight this. I'm going to go to chat. I'm going to open up. This is Chat GPT. I'm going to say, write a 200 character product description about, and then I'm going to type in Mother and Daughter by Gary Soto, pre-reading activities and vocabulary digital lessons. Okay, see what they say. So look at this right here. Enhance your reading experience with Mother and Daughter by Gary Soto through our pre-reading activities and vocabulary digital lessons. Get ready to delve into this heartwarming story of a mother and daughter while boosting your comprehension, expanding your vocabulary. Do you see the keywords? This is excellent, okay? Just tweak it a tiny bit and put this right here. And then you can bring this down, okay? But this The snippet, right? The first, that's 200 characters. That is what the algorithm looks at. Your title, the names of your thumbnails, and your snippet, which shows right here, okay? This is one of the ways I use AI. You know, after a while, you just feel blank with having a interesting introduction. I'll go in there, it'll just give me the words that I need. Boost your comprehension, expand your vocabulary, because your TPT store suggests that you are going to be highlighting vocabulary, which is huge. We had this big discussion on vocabulary in grade 1, right? And how kids are not coming into grade 1 with a lot of vocabulary. So I would honestly change the photos, give one image from your, and I would honestly go white. I would make a thumbnail that is predominantly white, and then you could do mother and daughter. Yeah, because these don't stand out at all. So I would do, and there's an awful lot of wording, and on a phone, they won't see this. Here, let me do one real quick just so you can get an idea. I am in Canva. I have the Pro, which I love, but if you've never used Canva before, you can do an awful lot with the free version, and everything I'm about to show you is in the free. So you just go to create a design, and you need a perfect square for your TPT covers. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll down to a post, because look at that, 1080 by 1080 square. So start with a white, because right now the trend is clean and clear, okay? So have the white. I'm going to go to elements. I'm going to take this shape, and I'm going to just make a bar. Okay, you can do any color you want. If you're going to do the green for your kiwi, search elements, kiwi. When you put your logo on it, keep it small and off to the side. And so I want to maybe match up that color. Keep it clean. Let's put in mother and daughter, and let's make it big as you can. Fill it from side to side. And they'll give you the free ones. The little crowns mean it's part of the Pro, right? And if you notice how it's the spacing in Canva, I can go here to where it says spacing, and I can change the line, and there it goes. Oh, I changed the outline to, it's gray right now. Let me try black and thicken it up. That's not bad. Okay, and then what I would do is I would put an image. See this frame right here? So the moment I put this in, and I would make it super big. I mean, you don't have to show the full thing. I would hide this. So it's going to cut off some of it, which is perfectly fine. Maybe angle it. And I would put an image from your product right on there. Okay, and you've got your little Kiwi logo. Again, that green, I would maybe tweak that green a little bit, but keep it simple. You don't even have to have his name if you don't want to, right? I'll leave it for now. Okay, but keep it really clean. Playground, and as you can see, she has, or he, they have 404 products. It's a great amount. I like how they have their custom categories that they stick out. I would actually put these ones at the top. Ones that your biggest money makers, which would probably be these, I would suspect, should be right up at the top. Many of your the fonts that you're using stick out well. Some of the smaller stuff is really hard to see, especially if you're on a phone, as I've mentioned before. The product are not bad. Your products are pretty cohesive looking, which is great. I would think that you're probably getting some good sales. One of the things we're going to look at is if we can improve upon what you've got here. I'll put a couple in the search and see how they appear. Science is a good niche on TPT, so I suspect you're getting decent sales. And the fact that you have 400, I would say you should be making at least 4 figures a month, because these are evergreen products. They're not seasonal. Let me see if you've got any seasonal, actually. I would bundle all this, by the way. Just again, make it, you never know, people might buy it as a bundle. What do you have for bundles? Let's see. You don't have any really large bundles, and considering it is science, you could easily have a full year bundle. Maybe you do and I don't see it. It's 41, 60, that's 4th grade. Yeah, you don't have any large bundles. Let me do the classifying plants. So when I'm up in the search, classifying, now you can see the classifying here is all, except that this one, these are all math, science, P, and now plants shows up. If TPT is finishing your sentence for you and it's right, that's good. So classifying plants, and look where you are. First line. This is great. 1,300 results. That is low, and you are number 4. That is excellent. And honestly, yours looks one of the best ones. This one right here is nice as well. It's very clear. A lot of white sticks out. And that would be one of my few comments about your covers, is I would brighten them up. I would make, I like how you got 3 papers and then 1 digital. I would make this, this is prime real estate. I would make this much smaller and enlarge this all the way up. You don't even have to show the full screen. You could have the screen coming off the page, right, or off the cover. Have it here, much bigger for people to see. Again, as I've said many times, people look at products on their phone. This is too small. Make it bigger. Your thumbnails are great, okay? And you got them all in color. So then, you know, are these available in color or are they just black and white? You've got a great description, how to receive credit. You've got lots of great stuff here on your description. I like your icons here, how it aligns to the science standards. You've got reviews up here. Okay, you've got everything going well, honestly. The unfortunate thing is it's only $2.50. What I would do, so again, and I like how you are already upselling right here. Buy the bundle, right? This is great. You've got a good preview as well. Oops, if I can get on there. Yeah, excellent preview. And you've put preview across so no one can copy it. That's great. You've done really well with this product. But again, I would, for the cover, I'd just brighten it up, a little bit more white, make this much bigger, take up almost half of this, and maybe use 2 of them and again, large them. So on your phone, you'll be able to see them. If your best seller is $2.50, I have the same problem, to be honest. So one of the things that I'm looking at right now is how can I get this, first of all, over the $3 mark. So what you would need to do is you would need to go to your where your conversion rates are showing. Okay, so let me show you mine real quick. So you go to your house and you're going to go to product statistics and you're going to look at your conversion rates here. And anything that is in the high teens and higher, like this one right here, is 16%. That's telling me I'm underpricing this. Okay, a lot of these 5s to 8s are, the pricing is just right. And some of these are still newer products. Some of them are not newer products. But for the most part, I have a product that I used to sell at $1. And there's a whole story of why I did that, and the story's not finished. I'm still thinking about things. It's this one right up at the top here that I've almost sold 100 times. At one point, the conversion rate was 23% or 24%. That is a signal that your price is too low. And some people, if they see it for a low price, like it was $1, they may think, oh, it's cheap, it's not worth it, and they'll actually skip it. So I started upping this price. I actually made it larger and then I upped the price, and I kept doing that until I think this product is now, so it's $3.50 right now. And I did $3.50 because in case of a sale, it would still fall above the $3. Okay. Look, and so with all these sales, I'm still at 10%. So which means I could, but I'm not going to. I could raise it a little bit more, but I won't. I'm happy with this, at 100 sales. But I'm looking at these ones here, right? But anything over 10, 15%, you could consider, like this one down here is 16.7. So this one is priced low. Because your conversion rates should, after a while, if the product's been at least out a year, you're looking between 5 and 10% is a good conversion rate. When it's too low, means maybe the pricing is too high. And you're going to have products that don't make sales, period. That's just part of stores. Look at the conversion rate on this product, and if it is over 10%, honestly, I would bump it to $3 and see what happens. And then you don't have to worry about, because you're not getting, right? I've got lots of products at $2.50. I get it. I totally get what you're doing here. But you're the one losing out, especially if this is a high quality product. Bumping it up to $3 should not be a problem. But again, check your conversion rate. Email me if you're having trouble with that. You can even send me a screenshot and I can look at it. I have also been to some of your other products, searched them. You've got many products on the first page, and that's fantastic. I was struggling a little bit to figure out what I could offer you, or suggest to you. But here's something else I would suggest to you. I did a little bit of hunting, or a little bit of searching, and on your profile, you've got some good information here about yourself. I've noticed you do not have your website mentioned here. You have a website, and you should put it on here under additional biography information. Okay, so I'm gonna quickly open up your website. You've got a nice looking website, and the one thing missing is a blog. I think honestly, and this is just from my experience, I'm getting a lot of traffic from my website. So I can go onto my traffic in my dashboard and see people coming from itsallprimary.com. And every so often I'll get emails from people that are looking at itsallprimary.com, and they are seeing what I'm doing is I'm writing blog posts about my products, how I use them. So even more specific. So even though you've got a very good description in your products here, I think you could amp it up by sending people to your website and letting them read about it. Especially new teachers. New teachers need more information. You could also sell, if you are focused upon science activities, because they seem to be your best sellers. You could make teacher guides for teaching science, 3rd grade. With our teacher shortage right now, they are hiring anybody who's heart beating. And so that's a person who knows nothing about teaching and nothing about teaching science. And for many of you who are listening to this right now or watching this right now, you could create teaching guides based on your niche. So if it's 3rd to 5th grade science, if it's K to 2 math, whatever it is, you could create teacher guides. And I would, and they're like little ebooks on how to teach. And I think they would sell. Because one of the things I've been noticing on trend is just, again, in education, people are not getting the full training that they need. And so if you could make a video, much like Walter teaches kids, and have a video of you talking about how to teach your products, and either post them on here, your website, or actually create videos here and have seller guides, okay? considering you've had a lot of sales here, what I'm seeing here, because this does not, when people look at this, I think they think, oh, you've had 1,100 sales. I suspect you've had closer to 4,000 sales, because it's usually a quarter or less actually leave reviews. You should have a lot more followers. You should have a lot more followers, but you might not have a lot of followers because, one, you do not have some seasonal stuff, and two, right now they don't know a whole lot about you. You're just, like I said, this is just advertisement for your products. It's nothing else, right? You're offering a freebie section. Be careful with offering freebie sections, because then people just expect your freebies. But if you've got a decent email list, which you should have, you might want to add a blog to this. People are looking for how to do things. So you could optimize your website more so by creating how-tos and putting them right here on your website, and using your products. And then when they see you using your product and how you use it, they will go straight to your products. And you can either sell them here, which looks like you're selling them right here. I also noticed that when I did a Google search, you were on the first page, but not for a TPT product, but for a product you are advertising on, Classful, which is great too. So you're definitely diversifying. But I think if you, we're growing weary of creating products, I would just focus in on building your website with blog posts. Things to tweak. I don't know if you're on Pinterest. Pinterest has always favored the people's blog posts as opposed to marketplaces. Email me if you have any questions about some of the stuff I've said. Like I said, if you are interested in one, send me an email. Pop a message down below, because I read all the comments. The next video is, I got a couple ideas in my head right now, and it's just a matter of which one's going to get done first. There is one coming on AI, because a couple of people said, yeah, they'd be interested in seeing a video on AI. So I think I will do one on AI. I think I'm going to do one on Pinterest. I'm going to definitely do one on Canva. And then I'm still continuing with making a high quality product. So I got from 4 to 6 videos coming. It's just a matter of on which ones do I finish filming, right? And get edited. So just stay tuned. There's more videos. So wherever you are in the world, I hope you and your family are staying safe and being healthy. And we'll catch you in that video or the playlist. Lots of stuff on the playlist. Get your stuff visible. I'm just going to keep saying that. Anyways, take care.